Wow, so good to be with you this afternoon, my afternoon. I guess we're all in the afternoon time on the Pacific Coast, so that's good. So welcome, welcome. So I want to start just by setting space as we do. And if you'd like to just take a moment, let your breath move through the midline of your body, reminding you that you're here right at your home, right where it is important that you be. And we're each a presence on the planet, like a lighthouse, like a pillar of light. And where we are on the planet is very important. So breathe and get a sense of your home. Your body moving that energy from beyond, right down the midline of your body, right down out your feet, rooted into the earth. Welcome, Mari. We're just starting breathing together, okay? Glad you're here. So we're gathered in the sacred ground of sovereignty. We are autonomous beings from the stars in physical bodysuit, on purpose, awake to our own connection to those stars, our guides, our teachers, whatever names that they give us. They are here with us today. I want to give gratitude for Gaia, the field of intelligence we call Mother Earth, who has given permission for us to play out our dramas and make our healing connections, corrections here on her surface. And we not just honor her, but recognize that we have not been aware of our commitment to help her be less impacted than she has been. And we recognize that that impact is part of our calling too. Her strength, her beauty, her healing, as she holds us, guides us in our healing and in our magnificence. So in whatever way you might choose, in the Sacred Ground Collective, we use a golden cocoon. We call it the sixfold cocoon. That cocoon energy and calling in safety and guidance, secure channels to divine, and so much more. And I know you all have your way. But we gather protected, safe, guided, and extend that same cocoon around our home, the lands on which we sit, and those we love, and indeed all of humanity. So we are here gathered in this circle, joyful to be together, recognizing this is a time of unprecedented new beginnings, and that we come knowing what we know and knowing that we don't know. But we are in a field of intelligence we can trust. Take a moment and breathe the energy of this circle right into your space. And let yourself get a sense of that field. Right be as color or sound or words or emotion or warmth. We are here. Let that awareness move from your heart to all the hearts in this circle, in this virtual room. We are connected. Grateful to be here. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and be back here, present. So glad to see you today. It's always wonderful. Especially people who have not seen each other for a while, they know each other. You can tell they go like, spark. Oh, there you are again. It's really, really delightful. So I want to first of all talk about the intent of the circle and then the logistics of how it's going to flow. It's not structured, I think, in like any circle you've been in before. So bear with me. So Sharon Raji Maynard here, and my group, the Sacred Ground Collective, is kind of hosting as a host, knowing that you're all hosts, So we might have been the one that put out the call, but we aren't alone in that call. What I realized, I've worked with women organizations and groups and individuals for well over 30 years. And what I kept hearing, especially within women organizations, is why can't we just bond and keep bonding? We'd come together and there'd be survival, and we'd come and we'd be right there with each other and help each other. But then we'd reach a certain level of lightness or consciousness, and things would start to shatter. And it was like, what is that about? And it went on and on. And for those of us who understand energy, and we said, what is it about? Where did that fracturing of women begin? Of course, we went back in time, and there we have it. The witch hunts, the harem mentality. If you have the man, my kids might die. There's been a lot of centuries within our cultures of domination in which women have been pitted against themselves, pitted against each other. And of course, we reach a certain level of light awareness, and the old structures that say, if you get too smart pantsy, you're going to be killed. Here comes the rope. There's the imprisonment. You're showing up the guy and you're going to get kicked out, all of those. Fortunately, there's been enough of us, and I think I'm speaking to the choir here, who've done a lot of healing on that for ourselves, for our genetic lineage, and for women in this female psyche. And I would say in the last 2 to 3 years, I've seen more and more cohesiveness begin to happen. And especially in the last 2 or 3 months, it's like, I think we're over the edge. So then came this call, this idea. Norma Jean and I have talked about grandmothers for a long time, as I have with several. And she asked the question, is it time? 20 years down the road, is it time yet? And I said, if this is what it would look like for me, if I were going to call together a group of grandmothers and wise ones, it would not be interviews. I wouldn't start with interviews. I wouldn't start with symposiums. That's not what I would do. What I would want to do is to recognize that just like the fungi kingdom comes from an underground webbing and network of mycelium that has never died, that flows resources, it flows information, it is a constant connection, so that when on the surface things die, the mycelium is there, and all of a sudden new growth happens. We need the mycelium. We need a field of energy that we've not been able to put together before because we keep breaking up, but I think we can do it now. And so the intention for this circle is for us, and I say us, souls in female bodies, I believe, we're given the responsibility to design space, to take space, design what would make things thrive in that space, and then to guardian it. So let's take and claim space of a field, unlimited field, which we call life, and let's design it as a field of connective, like the mycelium, that will hold the wisdom, the visions, the values that those in female bodysuits usually have, because they are looking for what is going to help the ones they love all life, really. Who do we not love? Do well, bring benefit. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, we say it's in place. This is a field. What are we going to plant in that field is according to that design. We're going to plant women's wisdom, experiential wisdom. What have I learned through what I've gone through? What am I feeling called to that's going to bring benefit? Maybe what I am doing that is going to bring benefit. What is my vision? What is my sense like 3, 4, 5, 10 years down the road? What is my vision? A place that can hold that information. And I wouldn't just say hold it. I would say call it forth. Because in this amazing, immense field of life, and it could be called any word there, I'm going to say life. It's juicy to me. Life is unlimited. It is absolutely, we call it love, but love is one aspect of it. It's generous and it's loving and it's creative and it's joyful and unlimited. So it's already there. But we in a physical bodysuit have the right and the ability to call it forth as they sing this song, sing this song, sing this song, not just for me, not so that I can be grander than you, not so that I can show you that I'm better. No, no. We want those songs to be sung across the board so that everybody can feel it. And then what happens when women gather and they talk? Something emerges, right? Things emerge from that field. Let that field start talking to us individually, and then into our groups, and then into our circles. And now we're partnering not just with our groups that we've put together on the planet. Now we are partnered with this immensity that we've called forth that says, hold us and lead us, and we're going big, you see. And then we're partnering with that energy that who knows where that wise woman's mycelium will take your information and spread it over there thousands of miles away, even more powerfully than we have it. We know we're connected and this happens, but this is another layer, another more conscious, because we've called it into being and fed it. So what we're going to be doing today is not making plans and not saying where are we going to go and how do I find you on the internet? Sorry, not today. But we want to hear from everybody on the call within 3 minutes the seed that they are planting in the field. Now I'm going to put into the chat, and if you went to the website, you'll see the same prompts. So these are some things you might want to think about that you could put together so that when it's your turn, these are just prompts. I mean, you have 3 minutes, but you're seeding the field. You're calling forth what you know is valuable, what you know is coming from your heart, what you sense as where it is you would like humanity to go. So everybody will have 3 minutes. I'm the timer, and I have a little trusty 30 seconds marker. Now, when you see that 30-second marker, that's just about enough time to kind of bring it all together, just so you know. If you go a little over, that's fine too, but 30-second marker. We are going to go, this circle will go as long as it takes for all of us to do our 3 minutes. If we had 20 here, it would be an hour and a half. This will not be an hour and a half. When we are completed, we will be completed. Okay. I'm going to have you put in, if you don't think I have your email address, put in your email address so I can send you a reminder, because we will do this. I'm just thinking quarterly. It's not like monthly. You'll start to build that relationship with the field. You'll hear from the field, you'll hear from, and then come back together and go like, this is my song today. So maybe quarterly, you see. I think after the next one, we might start sharing. I don't want to share websites. I don't want to do that today. You'll know each other. You can find each other if you want to, but I just want the field to just be fed, and let's let the field start speaking. Okay. Let's see what else I want to say. I think that's about it. If you have, are there any questions that you have before we start? Strong Heart, are you looking for the unmute?
Oh, she was just reading.
I'm just reading.
Oh, you're just kidding. Okay, got it.
Doing the progressive tip.
Okay, good. Progressive. Okay, go there. Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put us in groups of 3. So here's the 3. Note who you come after, and then we'll do the next 3. Okay. And if you'd like to say where you are on the planet, that would be great too. Yeah. So we're going to start with Audrey, and then One Divine, and then Strong Heart. Okay. So Audrey, and then One Divine, and then Strong Heart.
Greetings. I'm not sure how I won the right to go first, however. Oh, but bow to each and every one of you, my sisters, and especially to Sharon. What have I learned? One of the things that I'm learning that's becoming more and more clear recently is that there are different ways of knowing, different ways of sensing energy, that there are subtle nuances, and that we have to be paying very close attention or we miss it. I'm also learning that everything in the universe has a message. Information is always, wisdom is always there. And for me, it's how available I am, how open I am, how committed I am to utilizing the information and turning it into wisdom. Information alone doesn't help us, doesn't help me. It's only when I can take the information and can integrate it into a new cosmology, which is ever changing, forever changing, and then act upon it, because it's only when I act upon it that I know anything. Until I act upon it, it's Sharon's wisdom. Until I act upon it, it's Robin's wisdom. It's Mayor's wisdom. When I act upon it, and I'm told that 17 times doing something creates a habit. I don't know much about physical strength, but I've spent a lot of time gaining mental strength and mental energy. And I know for a fact that the more we do something, the sharper our minds become, and the more capable we are. I used to read 5 books at a time throughout my life, 5 books at one time, science, autobiography, philosophy, to strengthen the mental. But the spiritual is the same way. And what I'm also learning is that the belief that the sacred and the mundane was separate, the belief that the body was evil, the Christian and religious belief that the body somehow is an enemy that must be tamed, has really hurt me, and I believe many women. And so my vision for the world is that we all dance in allowing. We dance in allowing, not controlling, and allowing whatever it is to manifest through us. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey. It was perfect.
Hmm.
Thank you, Sharon, for opening this container and knowing just of us speaking what a powerful ritual it is, especially at this particular time. You always do. What have I learned along this way? And I say learned and learning, continually reminded. Feels like I'm seeing right now, like being whittled to a finer and finer point, smoother, right? And the nature that Grandma Sharon just spoke into, and the mycelium gathered last night with 4 beautiful friends and women, including Strongheart, and out on the land with some mycelium, with some microdose mycelium, as was called, just to do that. So on time to speak to the land, to get grounded, embodied, as Audrey spoke. And what I'm learning, which has been such a challenge, and Audrey opened up the door to it, is truly like any huge stumbles that I have taken, any wrong turns, right? The way things in the way are the way, but still we can be rerouted. We can pick whatever timeline, but anytime that I feel like I didn't make a choice that might have gotten me there a little quicker or easier was when I wasn't present. I wasn't in my body. I was in the future. I was in the past, but I wasn't right here. I was talking to spirit. I was up in the attic unpacking boxes in the brain, and I wasn't here. And so pulling, one of the things I'm being taught, especially over the last few years, is to pull all of that together. And that's part of the one. And so in pulling all of that together in past lives or this life and technology and creativity and media and all of that, I'm being guided to create templates and containers for all of this work. And the other thing that I've learned, and I'm beaten over the head about, is keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. Learn from nature. Mother keeps saying, just look at nature, watch how efficient it is and how many things get done at the same time that we don't realize we're doing. But being conscious and embodied is the key to that. But anytime I start overcomplicating it, I get, keep it simple. And I'm being guided to make the micro of the macro, the micro, the macro. Smarter, not harder. These are just these words that keep coming from the mother, and I'm here to serve the mother and the grandmother right now, and gathering the family and providing through me in any ways I can with the skills that I've gathered along this journey and previous journeys, to create containers and templates that anyone who wishes to may use to gather to make the hive that fractals out, that makes enough honey for us all and supports us all. And having each of us, which our own sovereign hexagons, I'm shown, right? That we've gone, we have our own flowers and honey we bring together. Yes, Sharon, I'm seeing that powerfully, everybody coming together. And they showed me, my guide showed me too, that we were first doing our solo hero's journey. Then we were gathering our circles. Now we're gathering arms with people who have gathered the circles. So the part that I can play in that, I am grateful for, and I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Strongheart, I want to just take a moment before you start. I welcome Mati Monty, what we're doing is taking, each of us have 3 minutes to talk to the prompts that are in the chat. You may have seen them on the website, but so when it's your turn, it's not your turn yet. I'll tell you when it's your turn, but I just wanted to kind of bring you in up to date with what it is. We're just sharing those things that we would call our personal experiences and wisdom. So welcome, Monty.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm sorry that I'm late. I had errands, so I'm
No
really sorry.
No
I really-
problem. I'm just glad you're here. I'm sure I can, I'll speak for the rest. We're really glad you're here.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, Strong Heart, you're on.
Hi, I'm Strongheart. I'm in Mount Shasta at the Temple Ma, Mount Shasta. I'm one of the ministers here. Wise knowing from my experiences. There are no limits, only limiting beliefs, that all things are possible. I had I guess I'd call it a holy experience in my life. I'm a very blessed individual. And I got a lot of information in a very short amount of time. And one of the first things I got is we are not limited by God, we limit ourselves. And I was able to, it was kind of like being called up to be in service, and I said yes to it, and surrendered to be in service and serve humanity in however I was guided by divine source, whatever you want to call that. And the other thing that I know from my experience is God, source, creator, has a sense of humor. And we tend to all take, some people, not us, not us, tend to take it all so seriously. But God has a sense of humor about it, and we're here to enjoy our life and play through this and have a good time while we're doing it. I mean, we are doing serious work, but we're supposed to be having a good time at it too. My reason for being, what am I doing here? I am a bridger. I bring individuals together globally, regardless of religious practice, spiritual beliefs, whatever. It doesn't matter, because people all over the world have different beliefs, and this is a time to not let those things separate us. Buddhist, Christian, Catholic, whatever flavor. It really doesn't matter, because it's all about love, and we all love. And so I bring people together. That's what I do. I also am a conduit for source, however guided, whatever's needed, I will do. Whatever's needed, I'll do. I have to read. Okay. My blessing for our world is come together in peace, love, compassion, and understanding, show grace on people, and realize that yes, some people are sleeping, but we're all children in God's eyes. And we're all here to love. Why are we here? We're here to love. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now the next three, Norma Jean, Mar, and Musical Mary. So remember who you're after. Norma Jean, you're on.
Oh, my sisters, the field is so rich. I feel like I'm in New Zealand, and the Maori people are singing, and they're singing in such a broad, beautiful, expansive way that every cell in me has to expand larger. We're in the field. We are in it. We are traveling in the mycelial. We are sharing with each other. I can't wait to get to Shasta and give you a hug and all that is here. And I will be taking a road trip. So, oh, my loves, we're finally doing it, Sharon. We're getting to do this, women. We are standing strong. We are cedars. We are whales. We are mother bears. Whew. I've had the privilege of being with Damla Kusho Sakya, the Tibetan woman holding the Sakya lineage, who walked her babies across the Himalayas in diapers in the winter. An impossible journey, impossible. And she taught me to hold this, the Vajra, hold it in my right hand. And this is a male, this is a consort. I know it's not a teaching time, but it's what's coming. So, darlings, the strength. As I meet these women across the world, Grandma Vi Hilbert is the one who got me into grandmother stuff. That's not true. My soul got me. When I was 12, I was calling for the elders. I've been calling for the elders my whole life. My life is about being an elder now, an integrated human. And this is what we need to do. My calling is large, it's global, and I finally got grounded enough to go local in a beautiful village that isn't spoiled yet. So we're getting to really create in this village. We have to just keep sharing with each other, honey. However we do, please, let's be in touch. Because my blessing is for that strength and courage to once again ignite each other as we're doing right now. This is a mana that we have always had. It's a strength we have always had. Trusting in the spirit 100%, no lapses. And the vision I see is for us to have mothers' homes owned by the women. And men are so welcome, they flow in and out, but there's no disturbance of the women and children. And we're going to do it right here. And then instruction to our young women. Instruction in the difference between a female woman designed to attract and make babies and a woman that is a grandmother holding life whole. And they are coming in droves. And we have a new healing school here. You're all welcome. Please come. Please share. I love you all so much. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, thank you.
Gosh, it's incredibly inspiring to be with all of you. I am based in Frederick, Maryland, and gosh, I wrote some notes before we started, and this is what came forward, is what I've learned from my life experiences is to, one, surrender. To just surrender as deeply as I can. And within that surrender is to trust through the fear, the anxieties, the unknowns, because we're all in a huge trust sleep right now. And what I love is in the sacred circle that Sharon, you have woven here, is that we know we're supporting each other. We know that we are holding each other. And some other things that I've learned is to be a good listener as best as I can, to really drop the filters, to drop the judgments, and to truly listen at a whole other level. And that means, in addition, listening to spirit, because I do listen to spirit a lot. I'm sure everyone here does. And that's how I'm guided. So let's see. And another thing in being a good listener is how important it is to have a still mind. And every day I work at that. I'm sure all of you can relate. Every day, the monkey mind versus the stillness. It's a dance. So what I am creating or feel called to create, my work is in a huge way to help far more people all over the world to connect more sacredly with Mother Gaia. Essentially, I've surrendered to serve Mother Gaia. And this includes doing projects that Mother asked me to do, which are spiritual global grids of ceremonies, unified fields of ceremonies. And there's one actually happening tomorrow, but this is not about that right now. This is about just surrendering and honoring and knowing the power of us as a collective group of beautiful hearted people around the planet when we do ceremony and we call in the spirit teams, and we are here to help heal. We are here to help really heal Mother, heal ourselves, clear the density. And so that's a significant part of what I feel called to do. And then in addition, to be a voice for Mother when she asked me to do that, which is a most humbling journey. And my blessing for our world would be this vision that all come to know how much we are loved, that we are deeply, deeply loved by Mother Gaia, by Creator, by our spirit teams, our guardians, our ancestors, and that we all also come to know that we are a part of Gaia's web of love. And so many are so disconnected from that, they've never even heard of it. But the nature spirits are calling us back into it. The trees, the animals, on and on and on. They're calling us back into Gaia's great web of love. So that's my vision, is that we will all really know that and dance in that in short order, So thank you. Thank you. I'm truly honored to be in this sacred circle.
Oh, is it my turn? Mary?
Yep.
Oh, hi.
Mary, your turn.
Yes, it is, dear.
Yeah, I'm a person. I love all of your comments. I'm a person of few words, as Norma Jean can attest to. So, but what I've learned basically lately is patience. I was been in a hurry for many, many, many years. Everything is in a hurry. But now I have learned patience. I'm learning patience. This is good. And blessing for our world, of course, everything what you all have said, because it's all relevant, of course. But I'm going with be present and grateful for the world, and to be kind and to be happy, and then I have no idea what I'm called to do, but whatever it is, I'm enjoying it. So, and thank you very much for this opportunity to speak. This is lovely.
Love that you're here, Mary. Okay, Monty, and then me. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of working on your name. So you tell us how you really pronounce your name.
You close. It's Ma'achi.
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 Oh,
Yes.
got it. Thank you.
Thank you all again for inviting me. I just had to go through this. So sometimes these type of things I meditate on, but I realize I meditated on them a lot all the time anyway. What I've learned in my experiences is that I have to learn to accept who I am as myself in order to learn to accept other people on the levels, their growth and health and healing levels that they're on. Because sometimes I can get really upset. Well, why he or she doesn't know this? Why he or she doesn't know that? But then the universe tells me, well, that's because they're on a different level of learning, and that's why sometimes I don't want to give up. I'm learning to accept people for who they are and where they are. And that is a big part of healing creatively, because I'm into healing creatively, which is my calling as work in the world, and as to assist with the world with a creative aspect of healing the planet. And some of us mentioning the greening of the planet, which I am into. I'm really into trees and plants and the animals and our children, our future. And I would love to do something like that. I've done it before a few times. I'm interested in that and working with myself as well as a part of a team. The blessings for our world is for us to live happily, simply, and healthfully, and that's my vision. Although that's going to take some work. So again, our work starts from, as I've heard you ladies express, it starts from within. And once we deal with our issues from within, which is not just our issues, but from generations, then we can work on healing of the planet. But as I've said before, it's not going to work if we don't deal with our inner stuff. And I thank you.
Thank you very much. Really amazing when we just get to share a little bit from the heart, you know. I know all of you, most of you, and some are new to me, but those of you I know who you are and the amazing things you are doing and have been doing, and I really respect that. The one thing I think, if I were to say what's one thing that I have absolutely learned and has been shown to me in powerful ways, especially during the last 5 to 7 years, is when you understand and work as a partner with energy. In other words, when you are a master of energy, not master over, but master with, understanding the laws, the principles, your place in it, you determine the outcome. You determine the outcome. I've seen it over and over and over again, and I keep wondering once in a while, sometimes the world is so much with us. How, and so solid, how can my imagination, how can my prayers, how can my blessings, how can my meditation change such solid form? But when I remember and stay with plan A, my change, it changes. It changes. So my vision for the world is not unlike yours. A world that has the culture of who we are as divine beings. That amazing field of life that is only whole, loving, balanced, reciprocal. It just is whole. And that forms, because that's the law, forms come from that energy that we all then can experience. So that's our seeding for the field this week. If you don't know, you don't know if I have your address, email address, to be reminded of because we'll meet not monthly, we're really busy people, but we're going to meet maybe quarterly, which would be June. And my suggestion is that we understand that there's this new field that might start emerging with your current field to give you even more insight, more ideas, more expansion. What is this field going to emerge through you? Because it wasn't here before. So that when we come back together, say in a quarter, in June, there'll be something else. There'll be other prompts, but what it is we want to share, what it is that's coming through us, how's that field of mycelium impacted us. And I see Norma Jean has her hand up. Norma Jean?
Yes. Could we have a simple song in our closing? A simple song. I'm learning from my native medicine women how
Well-
important it is when we open such a portal that we do an honorary closing, even though we're laying a mycelium that we never want to close.
Norma Jean, this is where we honor what's emerging. And so this song is emerging through Norma Jean.
All
Assuming
right.
you're not thinking I'm going to sing the song, right, Norma Jean?
Right.
Okay. Your time. I'm turning it over to you, my love.
Bless our spirits. Bless our hands. Let us come with all we am to honor all that is again in peace, in love, in light and need.
And with that, why don't we open and you unmute, do a group hug. Blessings for that circle that's held us.
Yeah.
We'll see you when we see you again. Love
Yeah.
to everyone.
Love to everyone.
Love,
Love to everyone.
Love to
Hugs and big
everyone.
love.
And to the
Love to
spirit,
everyone.
such gratitude.
Yes.
Oh, the spirit so
Right.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have to share, Norma Jean.
Yeah, sweetie.
That spirit with a good sense of humor had me grab what I call the magic mic, and I put it up to the speaker because they wanted you to sing into that magic mic, Egg. Oh, Star is coming, honey. You just juiced it up. So you had the magic mic. Thank you for your song. I love you.
Yes, it's beautiful. It was
I have
beautiful.
to share that I had no voice, none, until this morning.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Norma
Rocked
Jean,
it.
are you okay? Because here I hear
I'm
your
quite
sign.
okay.
Okay.